Angry is my favorite Colts.
All right, ready?
Yep, ready.
All right, we're going to jump in because we're running out of time. Craft Beer Buds, fourth beer in the series on the second shoot. We got Matt, Mike, Super Mikey O, and I'm Jay. And we're in my garage somewhere in North County drinking beer. The weekend's here, might as well have a glass of beer. New format, shifting on the fly. Thank you, sir. So instead of just bringing out the beers, we're pouring them right here and, getting it all done right up front. This is served in a bag because, I don't know, I'm actually more comfortable drinking out of a bag normally. But for the sake of the video, I don't know where I'm going with that, so I'm just going to open it.
Drink it blind, and we're going to rate it blind.
Yeah.
So we're going to drink it unseen, and then rate it unseen.
I'm trying not to look at the cap
big
right
reveal.
At the cap? Oh,
Yeah.
don't look. Yeah, don't.
No, it's a blank cap.
Okay,
Otherwise, yeah. No, if there was any branding on the cap, I would have opened it in there.
We could look at the shape of the bottle and see what we could...
It's a 750 milliliter.
It's dressed like Meryl Streep in her last appearance on whatever awards ceremony she was on. I read this thing, just totally off topic, but it stuck with me. She was wearing this gold thing. It was an article about how some designer wanted to give her a dress for some award show, and she wanted to get paid to wear the dress. And they were like, well, no, we don't pay people to wear our clothes. We'll give you the dress. We'll custom do it, but we're not paying you to wear it. And so what she ended up in, I was reading the comments section, which is a pathetic testament to how I'm spending my time when I'm not here.
Never read the comments.
Yeah, I love the comments.
That's
what the people are saying.
To go.
But one of the comments
I'm not reading your comments.
one of the comments was it looked like a gold sequined potato sack, and I was like, that is awesome, and that's what this is without the gold sequins.
Does a bottle design affect interaction with the beer? I would hope not, right?
That's actually our water bottle we're using is a French cuvee bottle, and I know it doesn't have any effect on the water, but I don't know about obviously, and maybe not, glassware. There is dedicated glassware to different styles of beer, but I don't know if the bottle also fits into that whole deal.
Not that I'm aware of, but I know color of glass can affect things.
Mm-hmm.
You're more likely to get a skunked beer in a green bottle or a
clear
bottle.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Yeah, for most of the beer, we found a couple already this week. If you've been watching, we found a couple
look at
of
that color.
differences between amber.
Nice.
Differences between the way the beer tastes and looks coming out of the bottle versus the way it looks tastes.
Want to tilt it, or you want me to just go straight in?
I'm going to go half tilt and then finish.
Now, and in the future, we're going to have some females in here because this is woman's work, what I'm doing right now.
Wait a minute.
That'll give you some
Oh,
nice
yeah,
comments.
I said it. I
There's
went
gonna
there.
be lots of comments.
I went there.
And he's going to
You do expect to have females in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, they're coming. There are.
Oh, and then some of them are angry outside.
Oh, probably a females
All
out
right.
there heard what I said.
So this is a good mix of the stuff we've had. We had a real light beer at the beginning, and this is a little.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I wasn't. I mean, okay, the first time was. Yeah. The first time was kind of a screen test, and this still is a work in progress and a screen test. But I was definitely disappointed in the selection that I kind of brought last time because, if nothing else, I did 2 beers from one brewery, and I don't want to do that.
Well,
Spread it out a little bit.
Yeah.
I had
And
no
so,
complaints.
this time, and also I was kind of drawing off of my own personal stash as opposed to actually going out and saying, okay, what am I going to get for the show? So this round, I was more like, okay, I've got to get some diversity, and what am I going to get so we're not doing the same thing over and over again.
I just washed my hands, so I'm picking up soap off my hands. Every time I smell it. I went to a brewery a couple of weeks ago, and they had coconut soap in their bathroom. You wash your hands, like, this is nice. And then I go back, and every taster I have, I'm like, does this have coconut? No, it's the residual smell.
Coconut on the nose. Oh, wait a minute.
So
what
unscented
happened here?
soap and brewery bathroom from now on.
Must have lost the bat. Okay, this is still going, and that's picking up the audio, so we're all right. But this
Still
camera
rolling.
just took a dump. So let me get another battery. You guys fill a little time while I switch batteries. I should have had one out here ready to go. But you
interesting.
guys' camera is still rolling.
Yeah, I don't
It's strong.
know if I'm getting too much still from the tart on my tongue. Like, my palate's a little funky right now.
Watch out. Watch out.
We gotta go like brown ale, I guess. Ale.
I'm going
Saying
IPA?
IPA.
Yeah, I'm going
Most
like
definitely IPA.
maybe-
West Coast IPA.
maybe a double.
How's the battery?
Right away, the smell was total IPA,
It is.
which
Yeah,
I
it is.
love
super
that
IPA.
smell.
Yeah.
Now,
awesome.
help me out, because I'm losing it now. Did we, like, introduce the show and, like, did I
Yeah,
do the whole
Sure,
intro?
yeah, and you were
Okay.
We waved. I think.
scooting us along, I think, because
Did I?
we were.
Yeah.
Get into things a little quicker. This is very strong.
Yeah.
This is very IPA.
Maybe like you said,
Yeah.
a double IPA. It's
Why you gotta be difficult?
not kidding around.
We ain't playing. Well, like I said, we're all about diversity here.
It's true.
Multi-craftualism.
So, would you say that you are against the sours in
Yeah.
general?
In general.
But IPA, is that sort of your wheelhouse? Is that what you're interested in?
I gravitate toward darker beers.
Okay.
Porters.
So you're also a porter stout. I also
Yeah.
like porter and stouts quite a bit.
But IPAs I enjoy mostly because of the initial bite that you get when you first taste an IPA.
Mhm.
I like that it says to me the beer's got some character. And what I don't like though in the IPA world, it seems they try to make it too much. Like they can definitely overdo it.
They
but-
definitely love IPA and try to make the most IPA
yeah,
you can
right.
find.
And then
Yeah, yeah,
then it gets a little too much. It's
Yeah.
like you're trying too hard. But this is not that. It's a very strong IPA taste, and the color is not.
Man, I'm getting almost like, I want to say caramel, however you say that on the nose. Caramel.
The thing about IPA is, I do like a good IPA. I live in San Diego, so I have to.
Yes, absolutely.
That just has to be done.
has to happen.
But I will say that when I drink an IPA, I don't. It's rare that I like drink an IPA just to drink an IPA. It's rare that I sit down and I'm like, I'm just going to drink this beer by itself. With a stout and a porter, I'm much more interested in doing that. Like I'm into the flavors of the porter or the stout or whatever. And with the Hafen or the wit beer and all that type of stuff, I like just the flavors of that. But with an IPA, I almost want to put it with something else or pair it with food or do something like that. Personally, I rarely sit down and go, I'm just going to drink an IPA and just sit here and that's all I'm going to do and all I'm going to drink and experience. But I tend to like it like with chicken or something like that. But
Yeah, I think especially as I said, this feels like a double IPA to me.
it's very strong. It's definitely.
I agree when it gets that big. I lean towards a pale ale or the session IPAs. I also generally lean more towards a fruity hop, or a more floral hop than resiny. I'm getting a lot of resin.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
like this is
resiny,
like
dank.
old school style hops. Like this reminds me of a stone beer. Like it might not be a stone beer, but this is stone beer wheelhouse.
You know what? I'm not gonna reveal too much, but when we do the reveal, I'm not gonna reveal, but when we do the reveal, try and remember what Matt said, because you're blowing me away with your assessment on this one, because some of the stuff that you say is, and this is again why I want to get to where I don't know what we're drinking, because I know what we're drinking. These guys do not, but you're on fire with some of the stuff that you're saying with this beer.
But so there's two different parts of it. One part is, do you like IPAs or not? But we've determined that this is an IPA or very close to an IPA.
Yeah.
Then do you like this beer? Then what's your personal preference on that type of stuff?
That's the
I
amazing
would say
thing.
that I do like this. I don't necessarily gravitate towards IPAs automatically, but this is a good sort of beer like that. It's a well done beer. Go ahead.
That's what I think is amazing about even a single style beer. Let's say IPA is you have resiny hops, you have fruity hops, you have melony hops, and they've even got hops coming out of New Zealand and Germany that they're giving you like mandarin and lime and things like those. You can have a wide range. I might not like this set of IPAs, but I might like this at the other end.
That's true. It's so wide and there's so many different types that it's hard to dismiss the whole range of beers.
And I even had some experimental hops. One of the breweries here in San Diego was doing a first run of experimental hops that tasted exactly like ginger snap cookies. It was a straight pale ale beer, and they did it with this hop, and it tasted like a ginger snap cookie.
Wow.
Like they're doing some really cool stuff with hops.
Yeah. Well, I would offer that, as I mentioned in, I think, some of the beers last week, this certainly is not an entry-level beer if
Right.
you are getting into craft beer. And that was the intention, to have something that, again, I'm trying to get a wider breadth of experience and a wider variety of what we're drinking. This is definitely on the extreme end. It's not something that I've had in the past. I've been to the brewery. I like what they do at the brewery, but I have not had this. It falls into the category of something that I just wanted to try. And yes, the dank, resinous whole thing, it's not, for my mind, it's not what you would typically associate as a West Coast IPA.
Yeah, we lean fruity now.
Yeah. There is no fruity, citrus, piney, none of that. It's still clearly an IPA, but not in the West Coast style.
Cool.
Which are more citrus oriented, right? The West Coast.
What was the term that juicy? You didn't like
No,
that
that's
term.
East Coast.
That's
right?
East Coast. That's
East
in New
Coast,
England.
Oh,
right?
so
Juices.
the West Coast are not considered juicy?
Juicy is more about mouthfeel and that cloudiness.
Oh, okay. So then would you say West Coast style is more piney and citrus?
More
Or-
citrus.
I think that's more old
right?
school. We lean a lot more citrus, stone fruit type now.
Yeah.
Okay. So
See, even as we're talking about this, I just want like a plate of wings. We're right here with this beer. I feel like
great.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Even
You
as
mind handing me
we're
your notepad?
what's
Real
that?
quick, you mind handing me your notepad?
Not at all.
He wants to write down wings.
get some
Yeah,
wings. But yeah, but like I said, like this is not a beer. I like this beer. I think it's a good beer, and we'll rate it in a second. But it's not a beer that I necessarily
Drop your
sit down and
That's all right.
just
It won't
wanna-
break.
wanna
It's
drink
metal.
on my own.
I'll give you your score sheet back. I'll give your pen back in a second.
Yeah, no worries.
I want to guess this beer. and
You're
see
gonna,
if
really
you
gonna guess it? All right.
jeez.
All
We'll have
right.
a- we'll have a
Now we're
reveal.
getting interesting.
Reveal of the reveal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do like this beer, and I am gonna rate it pretty highly. But
Oh, I love this. That's good.
But in terms of the
I could be
actual like,
way off, but this is my guess.
Okay, just
The
to
expert.
clarify,
Here
I
we go.
got to draw attention to this. Matt in Babe Ruth fashion,
He
called his shot and said, "I want to guess what this beer is," and he wrote
Nice.
it down,
Right
sight
on
unseen.
that.
Pointed
So
at
here
the-
it is, ding ding.
Wow.
Love
pointed at
that.
the Green
Love that.
Monster.
That's awesome.
And a little story about this pen, which I am very fond of.
We're not in a hurry, right?
pen story for the next time.
Okay, sorry.
No, but you're right. You're right. Matt has
Sorry
things
about
to
that.
do.
Sorry.
You know what? The
I think
you
phone
just
and
sealed
the
your fate,
pen.
dude. You're not
Oh
getting
no!
invited
Oh
back.
no!
Later. Yeah, Mike doesn't know it. He ain't coming.
Oh, well, it's
He
been
had
fun.
his last free beer in my garage.
Cheers while I was here.
No, that's all right. I give people crap, and that's why I have cameraman Mike to give somebody crap. So I'm more than
I
willing
am
to
curious
take
about
it
the
back.
pen now. Now I'm waiting for the next episode. I can't
Well,
wait.
you'll have to stay
Next
It'll
tuned.
be great.
I got a pen story and a phone story yet to be revealed.
Oh, cliffhangers.
And actually,
Nice.
I'm expecting a call. Will I get it today? Will I get it tomorrow? Who knows? You have to stay tuned to watch out. To find out.
I didn't know anybody still had landlines.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw a phone like this? I mean, come on.
Rotary
When was the
dial.
last time you saw that
Hey.
shit?
All right, that's awesome.
And you know there are millennials out there saying, what the fuck is
hell
that?
is that thing, man?
That's why it's here. But important information will be forthcoming from this vessel. So, that aside, where are we? Are we ready for a reveal or... Oh, no,
Rate,
we
rate,
are
rate,
Rate it blind
Rate.
first.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Solid 2.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I got to write this down.
I will drink this all day long.
I am also going with a 2.
Love
I
it.
think it's a great beer.
2+ for me. 2+.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
2
yeah,
plus.
2 plus.
Okay.
2
So can we call it 2.5 or 2 plus?
I like the plus. Yeah, 2+.
Okay, and Mike was
Standard
2?
2. I think
Standard
it's good
2?
beer. I like it a lot. Like I said, I wish I had some chicken skewers or a plate of wings or something to go with this because I feel like this needs something. But for what it is, it's great. I really like it, and it's very drinkable and a great afternoon.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah,
I could drink 2 or 3 of these and call it a great day.
I'm also gonna give it a 2. I could not drink 2 or 3 of these because somebody would have to carry me home.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right, and I'm going to fall in with a 2 as well. I really like it. It hits on all cylinders of what you want from an IPA.
Yeah.
If you want the resinous, kind of dank kind of thing that's not the typical West Coast IPA, I like it. I would drink a couple of them, but yeah, I would probably have to be folded up neatly and put away if I had too many away from home. So I'm going to give it a 2 also. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to give it a 2.5 because I do like it.
Yeah.
And so, let's see.
Well, let's see the
No, let's see
bottle
the beer,
first.
and
Do
then
we want to
we'll-
see the beer?
Then we'll
Okay,
see the
let's see
reveal.
the beer first.
I gave it to him so we know I'm not cheating.
But you got to poker face this because we can't know.
Yeah, all right.
We can't know ahead of time.
Nobody can know if you guessed it right or not.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, the odds are I guessed it wrong.
Granddaddy.
It is a double IPA.
I
You
did
were right.
not
Oh,
get that
Granddaddy's.
right at all.
Well, what was your guess? Now let's see the
Wait a
guess.
minute. So let's get a little reading. Then we'll see what. Now,
Sure.
and one common theme. These are all North County beers that we've had so far.
Nice.
No, Coronado is not North County.
That's
my
right.
bad. But everything since then has all been North County. Because you know what? It's fucking convenient for me.
It's all been San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh well,
There.
Well, I want to go through a lot of San Diego beers before I venture. I mean, I had the brewery last.
We can do
That's
this
still
for
so
a year, I
cool.
think,
Yeah, we
and
can-
not get through all the
But
San Diego.
right, that's the
County.
thing.
Brewers
I
are
really
up
want to
close.
hit
Yeah.
San Diego
Yeah.
first. So this is Booze Brothers.
There,
Since we
right.
didn't say it,
In
Booze
Del Mar,
Brothers,
right?
Yep.
Old Granddaddy's Double IPA, 8.2%, which actually, for a double IPA, that's actually on the lower scale. I've had double IPAs that are beyond 8.2.
Double digit area.
Well, I mean, does the ABV determine what it becomes double and triple?
Yeah, ABV and IBUs combined.
Nobody's had IBUs on the bottles this go around. But most families have that one secret recipe handed down from generation to generation. Old Granddaddy's Double IPA isn't one of those. Wait a minute, I gotta back up. I was going so fast. Most families have that one secret recipe handed down from generation to generation. Old Granddaddy's Double IPA isn't one of those. Which is kind of funny in an ironical kind of way. But it will be. The primary hop is experimental, aptly named A Whole Lot of None of Your Business. Known for its golden tone, mild grapefruit, and tangerine flavors, which I got
There you
none
go.
of.
Yeah.
I got none of that.
I'm getting a lot of like pine.
Balanced, flowery, and spicy aromas. I get I got none of that.
The aroma is
Spicy,
Yeah.
I guess
spicy,
Yeah.
but no flour. Now maybe my stuff is skewed because
Well, that was
we
my
just
first
had such
concern
a
on the
floral.
sour. Like my first sip after we took that sour, and my first sip of this one, I was like, maybe my palate's red.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too, but I'm not getting any floral anything out of this. While its double status means high alcohol percentage, it's still one of those brews that satisfies the palate without destroying it. I'll agree to that. Old Grandaddy's is complex, flavorful, worthy of your mouth. Old Grandaddy would agree if he wasn't dead. Love the humor element.
I actually guessed ruination on my sheet.
Oh, you didn't let me go
Yeah,
like a
I
big.
didn't let him
Did you
Yeah.
let down?
Well, we already knew that.
And it is ruination.
Babe Ruth had struck out.
So the beer nerd, the smart guy, is not always right.
Ruination's not a bad guess, though. It lines up with sort of a real strong IPA.
Well, now I kind of feel like I wish I had a ruination on hand to
Well.
bust out right now to compare.
This is cool. I've never had this one. I like Booze Brothers a lot. And
I do too.
Yeah, and I think it's a great beer. I
You're
really-
well traveled.
Well, I have had a lot of beer over the years.
I've never heard of these guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would order this beer again and again.
You
Yeah,
know,
this is
it's
really
interesting.
nice.
Booze Brothers, to your point, doesn't like. I'll bring that name up, and there are a lot of people who are like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Really?" But they're one of the
How
first.
did they get the name? I mean, who wouldn't have grabbed that, 20 years ago?
And
A
I'll tell
lot
you
of
something.
brothers have made booze over the years.
I mean, I like their tasting room because it is got 3 or 4 different experiences under one roof. You can sit at the bar. There is some like living room furniture. They have an outdoor area with picnic tables, and it's just whatever you're looking for. They've kind of got it there.
Cool.
It's a good place to go if you haven't been. If you're in North County, Vista, doing the Vista thing, you got to check out Booze Brothers.
Yep.
And they have no affiliation with this. If they want to give me beers in the future, I'll certainly accept them.
For sure.
But I'm
I'll
just
drink
giving you a personal perspective there. And so that's it. Any
it.
closing thoughts?
No, but I think this is one of the ones we like the best so far.
We were pretty solid. Everybody gave it a 2.
Go
right?
figure, a
Yeah.
double IPA
Pretty
rated
good.
high on the scale.
San Diego. Who knew?
Could have knocked me over with a feather. So, okay. Craft Beer Buds. Cheers, gentlemen. I'm
Salute.
Empty once again.
Cheers.
Thanks for checking us out. Remember, if you're going to punish your liver, make it count. If it's not craft, it's crap. And wherever possible, drink it where they brewed it. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Cheers.
Okay.
All right.
My wife's waiting outside. So.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks, man.
that's
Oh.
what the knocking on
Hello?
the. Okay, so you know what? You guys want to finish the last one?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we just saw Matt.